I love rocks. I actually have a whole heart-shaped box of rocks on my desk. Different rocks I've collected around the world. I think it's because they remind me that hard things can be beautiful. Our idiom, our expression today is hard times. I love rocks so much, I even buy rocks to remind me of different things. But when I travel, when I go places, when I go out in nature, I'm always finding beautiful rocks. Now, some places you're not allowed to pick up rocks, for example, national parks and state parks, but I find rocks out in my travels everywhere. And love of rocks has kind of been a tradition in my family, almost as big a tradition as the love of caramels. But caramels have nothing to do with hard things. Be like soft caramels, not hard caramels. But I do love rocks. For a while, following my sudden cardiac arrest, I collect and bought and was very attracted to heart-shaped rocks. Why? Because I had a sudden cardiac arrest, which is a broken heart. So, a hard time. What is it? Where did it come from? And how can we use it in our business? And I'm going to share 11 ways today to get through a hard time, any tough time in your business. What can you do so that you don't feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place? We have talked about that idiom in the past because a lot of times I don't know very many business owners that would tell you, if they're being 100% honest, that they have never had hard times or challenges in building and growing, and especially in supersizing and growing their business. Now, before COVID-19, I might have suspected that a few people would tell me that, and I might believe them. However, since COVID-19, I don't think there has been any business owner that hasn't faced hard times in either a negative way or a positive way because of COVID-19. Even the businesses that are thriving because of COVID-19 had challenges and hard times along the way. So what is a hard time? It's a difficult experience, or it's a difficult time doing something. It can also be when someone gives us a hard time, meaning picks on us or teases us or makes things more difficult for us than it has to be. Anybody ever had anybody do that to them? I remember in many of my corporate jobs, I was usually the only woman and probably and almost always the youngest. So not only was I the youngest person in the positions I was in, but I was usually the only woman as well. So that meant I got picked on a lot. I got practical joked. I got teased. I kind of got harassed in certain situations, but I credit that with developing my thick skin and my ability to deal with conflict and controversy. But that's another way of describing or defining a hard time. I realized as I started talking today, I didn't really find out when this expression actually came into being. To me, it feels like it's a more common and more modern expression. It seems like, at least during my whole lifetime, I've heard a hard time. Don't give me a hard time. Don't give them a hard time. Don't give her a hard time. Don't make things harder than they have to be, etc. So I'm curious if you have had similar experiences with this idiom or not. If you have, share in the comments below. But let's talk about some ways to deal with it, because we don't want to be ever stuck in a tough time or stuck in a hard time or stuck in a difficult situation. And we never have to be. So what are some of the ways we can go about getting out of any hard time that we might be facing? Number one, we want to make sure that we don't make the situation worse by doing nothing. If we're having a challenge, if we're having a change, if something's coming down the pipe, whether it's regulatory, whether it's business related, whether it's profits, whether it's environmental, whether it's customers or employees or financial, whatever the challenge, don't ignore it. Make sure that you are being proactive and paying attention to it and solving the root cause of the problem, not just trying to mask the systems and put on Band-Aids. Number two, deal with the facts of the situation. It's really easy to get emotional and bring in a whole lot of stuff. I mean, have you ever been in an argument with your significant other and all of a sudden the conflict is over one thing, and then one or the other of you, and I have been guilty of this as well, I hate to say, brings in other things that have nothing to do with the argument, because you're really upset about a whole bunch of stuff, but there's just one thing that finally triggered it. Well, deal with the absolute facts of the situation, not the fiction. Don't bring in other things. Separate the root cause and solve that, and solve the real root cause of the hard time and the difficulty, not everything at once, one thing at a time. Number three, always cement your relationship with your current and existing customers. No matter what happens, and this is one of the biggest, most important things that people either did really, really well when COVID hit or they didn't do at all. I remember walking around my small town and seeing the same note from our state, the city and the state of Wisconsin, plastered on several businesses' doors. It just basically said, hey, we've been shut down, we'll let you know, or, we'll let you know when we are able to open and operate again. And actually, many of those businesses actually didn't make it through the pandemic. They actually went out of business for good. But other businesses got creative and got proactive and figured out, okay, our customers can't come in and see us, but how can we continue to serve the people that we've been serving in the past? And those are the ones that didn't just survive the pandemic, they've been actually thriving and growing and supersizing during the pandemic. So remember to take care of your current customers, realizing that when times change, your current customers' needs and desires and problems that they need solutions for might change, so what you offer them might have to change as well. Number 4, use any difficult time or situation to rethink your business and how you approach challenges and difficult times in and of themselves, but also, is this difficult time a signal to you that maybe you need to take your business in a different direction? Number 5, is it time to get out and chase after more business? Have you gotten comfortable and complacent and allowed competition or situations to impact you negatively, that if you'd been out chasing business, being proactive, planning and being on the cutting edge of your business or of a part of your business, you would not be facing this difficulty? Number 6, be careful when you spend who you spend your time with. Are you spending your time and energy on the right resources, the right people, the right vendors, the right customers even? That can happen as well. Sometimes when we face a difficult time, it's a good opportunity to ask ourselves, are we even serving the people that we really want and love and are here to serve? Number 7, be prepared to try something new or different. Be prepared to step out of your comfort zone and try things that maybe you've never tried before. Do things you've maybe never done before. Serve people or create products and services that you've never created before, because they're now needed and required. Number 8, invest in your business. Always be investing in your business. It's one of the things my dad taught me when I first started in business, was always be putting profits and money back into your business. Yep, you got to make a living, but if you don't feed your business isn't going to feed you. Number 9, invest in yourself. I think I've said this many, many times before. Your business will only grow and supersize as much as you do. That means personal development. That means expanding your skill set. That means expanding your mindset. That means becoming the person you need to be to lead the business that you want to create. Number 10, find someone to mentor you through the challenging time. If you need experts, guides, coaches, mentors, help, support, coaching, go out and get it. That's part of investing in yourself as well as investing in your business. Asking for help and getting people who have been there and done that to help you through a difficult situation is one of the fastest, easiest, most effective, efficient, and productive ways of getting through that difficult situation. And 11, my probably favorite, is learn from the experience. Make sure that the hard time that you face and overcome, you learn from, and I always like to say, put safeguards and things in place, or plans and contingency plans in place, so that this type of a problem or hard time or difficult time won't happen again. Now, I don't know anybody that can put systems in place that will prevent a pandemic from happening, so that's a good example of, well, we sure better learn from the experience, what worked, what didn't, and then be better prepared the next time, because I guarantee this pandemic, this craziness that's going on in the world right now, isn't the last hardship that we're all going to face. That's one of the things we learn as business owners, is that challenges and setbacks and obstacles and problems are just part of creating the business that we want, creating the life we want, creating the world we want. So, love to know your experience with hard times. What are some hard times that you've had to overcome? I don't even keep track of all the hard times and challenges that I've overcome anymore, because there have been literally thousands of them in my lifetime and in the different businesses I've been involved in. And I like to say that I've learned from every single one and continue to learn from all of the ones that are to come. All right, have an awesome day. Don't have a hard time today. Apply some of these ways to get over tough times if you happen to be having tough times. And remember, you can do any one of these. If you are having tough times, reach out to somebody and ask for help. If you don't have anybody to ask me, and I will get you in touch with the person that you need that can help you no matter what type challenge you're facing, no matter what type business you're in, either offline or online. Have an awesome day. I will be with you tomorrow with another time-related idiom for the month of October. Go out and make it an awesome day. Bye.